Hey guys, MCProcrastinator here. Wow, have I got a story for you today. So two things. My Samsung VR360 camera, it was a very beautiful day today. Failed me. I have fixed the problem, but the video that I put together with the cool story that I was going to tell, out the window, throw that away. So I'm sitting down here and I'm going to tell you face to face because I really think it's one important information to share. And it's kind of really cool when you do something that helps out somebody else. So let's just get straight to the point. What happened? So, story a little bit like this. The main subject matter being that I prevented motorcycle theft. I caught somebody red in the act. Red in the act? I caught somebody right in the act, sorry. Right? So, the story is a little bit like this. I'm going to try and make it short and concise, sweet, so that you can kind of get what happened, what went on, and more importantly, you can take something away from that that would make you think, wow, if that situation occurred to me, here are the things that this person said to me that kind of prompted them to do something, or I will do something and you can make a difference, or you can help somebody else out. Because let's be fair, right? These guys here, right? Actually, do you know what? It's just as simple as this. Anything you own, right? You shouldn't have to worry about somebody else coming in and taking it away from you. Okay, it's your thing. You know, you've worked hard. It's your money, your earnings, or maybe a gift that's been given to you. And yeah, there's nothing more demoralising than having that taken away from you. Okay. Story goes a little bit like this. My little girl, she's a gymnast. I probably said that before. She had a competition this morning. She really wanted me to come. It was early in the morning. I left the house about 7 o'clock. I was just heading to a place called Newtown, which is in Wellington City, and I was going around a roundabout, which is called the Basin Reserve, and I came into Newtown through the turning. So the Basin Reserve is a little bit like this. It's a big square. Newtown's over here, so it's like I'm going around here, round, here we go. Now I'm on this road, heading over where I want to go, and guess what? Really strange. So about 150, 200 meters ahead. And first off, it wasn't that strange. It was not strange. It was, oh, that's a bit interesting. Right, somebody's got a problem. So the first thing was, I spot a motorcycle on the pavement being pushed. So he's walking about like this on the pavement, and you know, like I think that's kind of a bit odd. You know, like maybe he's run out of fuel or something. Bike's broken down. You know, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should stop and help him, give him a hand, right? Because that's what we do. Unfortunately, being the fact my little girl had the gym competition, I was a little bit like, oh, yeah, that could be a problem. I can't really stop and offer help because if I get stuck helping him, I'm not going to get my girl to where she's going on time. That could be a problem. So I made the decision to keep driving, but as I was driving, I sort of did the, it's a bit strange, you know, like I'm looking at the bike, going along the road, he's got a hoodie on, hood's up like this, he's looking down, he's focused, he's pushing hard, it looks like a Hyosung or something similar, and the weird thing is he's wearing sneakers, he's wearing dark jeans, he's wearing a dark blue hoodie, he's not got gloves on, and that's weird, there's no helmet. So I'm kind of like, yeah, something sort of doesn't feel right. And you know, I go through the whole thing, oh, you know, I'm going to get my girl up to thingy. Damn it, no, I'm going to do something. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to check this guy. I want to see what he's up to. So, there's the road. I come back along the road, right? He's walking along the street. He goes up this way. I have to go around, because I'm in the car, I have to go down, around this big square and back around. And I pull into a little street that's over here. And just as I pull into the street, he walks past me. I get a good idea, and I'm like, right, I have two choices. I can get out the car and go, hey mate, are you okay there? Do you need a hand? You know, sort of get a feel for the situation, sort of gauge it out, work out how suspicious it seems. You kind of know when you engage with somebody like that. Worst case scenario, make a citizen's arrest. But I got my little girl in the car, you know, she's young. I don't want anything going off. Who knows what he's got? You know, who knows what he's capable of? I make the decision, just call the police. So I call the police. So here's my location here, and he's walking with the bike up like that. He's going across a couple of streets. I'm obviously giving information to the police. He's still doing this, and then he sort of disappears outside. So by the time police say, can you get his registration number? I'm here. He's over here somewhere outside, and I'm like, yeah, no problem, I'm gonna have to try and find him. So I go back down here, round the roundabout, up here. He's already along one of the industrial estate streets. I come up here, I see him, right? Because I have an idea where he must have gone. So now, here he is, right? So now we're on the same road. Okay, so I don't need to do a little dot and hold my fingers and stuff. So, I'm on the road, and I'm like, to dispatcher, right dispatcher, I'm just about to pass him now. I'm gonna give you the registration number. Alpha, Zulu, blah, 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 whatever it is, right? And I said, did you get that? And he's like, yes, I got that. Right, confirm. Yeah, confirm, I've gone past. Anyway, so he's on this big long street like that. He's here, I pass him, get registration, I'm having another look at him, blah, 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 blah. I come over here and I park up, okay? So he's still walking, about 200 meters, maybe 150, 200 meters, he would have to go to catch up with me, okay? I have a little bit of time, small window of opportunity. I said, right, got the registration number. The dispatcher comes back to me, said 10 minutes, I've just checked it, it's not been stolen. Yeah, well, funny that, because I think that's actually in progress. I don't mean that in any condescending way, because of course that he has to do those checks in the first instance, and that's where I reiterate, yes, I believe this is theft in action. And he says, we've dispatched officers, they're on the way, and they'll be with you in somewhere between 5 and 8 minutes. Oh, right, okay, no problem. I'm going to keep. And he said, can you keep an eye on him? I said, yeah. Look, I've got 20 minutes before I need to go to competition. To be fair, do you know what? I would be 10 minutes late for this, because I know if somebody stole my bike, I would really, really appreciate somebody else just being able to hold back, because it's a pretty good cause, right? To make sure they get the person that's taking my bike, right? So either way, it was good. I had a little bit of time. I'm in my park, he goes past me, we watch him in the mirror, I tell my little girl not to look, she looks, because that's the first thing you do when you tell somebody not to look. He goes up the hill, and we're talking, right, the hill's like this, right, he must have steamrolled up there, right. So I said to the dispatcher, hey look, let me reverse out of my slot, come back, go up to the junction here, which is just over here, because he's up here somewhere, and let me look up. So I pulled up, because there's not many cars around, it's quite early in the morning, I look up the hill, he's gone, right. Now, there is no way, unless he's some kind of superhuman or got superpowers or some kind of super villain, that he's able to like disappear with a bike like that. In my mind, there's 3 or 4 little lanes that lead into back car parking for these like buildings out there, because they're like 3 or 4 stories high. He must be in there. So I say to the dispatcher, hey look, police aren't here yet. I'm going to drive up the road, I'm going to see if I can see him, turn back round, come down and meet the police officer. Great, no problem, yeah, that's fine, go up, don't see anything, come back, see the police officers pull up, give them a wave, they come over, and I said, look guys, here's the person, blah 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 blah, here's the situation with the backpack on, and they're like, no problem sir, thank you very much, just leave it to us. And that's great. And half an hour later, I get a phone call saying, sir, can you confirm what the person was wearing? Yep, confirm what he's wearing. And they were like, hey, was it black or was it dark blue? I was like, look, honestly, it was blue/dark blue. Right, yep, no, we've got the guy. So look, we'll give you another ring in half an hour or whatever, right? So they go, and again, about half an hour later, they give me a ring, say, hey, look, sir, thank you very much. We got him. This is the situation. We got him with the bike. He denied that he knew the bike was stolen. He pretty much said that somebody had dropped the bike off to him because they knew I owed him money. He had to push the bike back to his car. But in the back of the car, they found a toolkit. They found, like, we're talking to like a full toolkit, the officer said, right? Like everything available you can think of, right? They found the barrel, so the ignition barrel of the bike in the toolkit. And they found a special tool which extracts the ignition barrel, which I didn't exactly know exists, but there's no surprise, I suppose, that it does. And I was like, look officer, that's fantastic work, that's great, that's just brilliant. That just goes to show teamwork and the support of you guys, it's great, it's a great result. And he said, and sir, just to let you know that we got a hold of the gent, that it was his bike, and we got him out here to confirm that it is indeed his bike. And I was like, that's great. So he said, look, I'll be back in touch with you maybe an hour or whatever to come and get a statement. Yep, that's fine. He comes out, gives a statement. And you know what? These officers were just brilliant, right? Like, so I had my other kids with me as well. I brought my youngest son into the police car. he sat in the front seat, I'm sitting in the back, and you know, I'm telling the officer exactly what I seen, even though the dispatcher's got all these notes as well that they have to take a statement, and you know, which is great. And the lady officer said to me, "Sir, you know what? This was textbook. This was textbook because you got all the information right first. Hit the way he looks, what he's doing, blah 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 blah. You reported that, and you got us involved, and you said, well done, sir." And I said, no, do you know what? Well done to you guys, right? Because you helped me make all that happen. You gave me confidence that when I pass information on to you that there's a problem, that you came there to help me, right? So the great story about this is just like, you know, when we talk about like a community, right, it's so bigger than just the people and the motorcyclists. It's just about everybody, right? It's about the people that stop on the side of the streets to help you out if you've had a crash. Just the general great nature. And one, you know, I say this very often. I try not to get too carried away with just how amazing New Zealand is, right? But I said to the police officers, and I said, look guys, it was teamwork. It was teamwork. You know, we did it together. I didn't do more than you. We did it together, and we got this guy. We've taken him off the street. And what is really, really amazing is this guy has his bike back. And do you know what, guys? It really hits me hard to think that, you know, that person would have come out or maybe had a phone call and freaked out that his bike's gone, and then going, wow, they've actually got the guy, because that's quite a rare thing to happen, you know? So, what I'm trying to portray from a story perspective is, very often when we're doing things, we get a gut instinct about what's going on, right? How many times you see in the news, a person drove past something because they thought either somebody else was dealing with the situation, or that it was perhaps not an issue. You know, like they made it like they made a race up in the head for what it probably likely to be. The chances are that very first instinct, that very first observation that you make is indeed the right observation. Alright? So if you see something like that, and I'm sure many of you have, I'd love to hear your story. Alright? Stick your comments in there. Alright? But if you get that situation, make sure you leverage on the local police force. Right? Leverage what resources you've got available, because you know somebody down the line will appreciate what you do. So for now, that's my story today, guys. MC Procrastinator out.